once again, welcome to all. Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, Adab, Kem Chho. And it's a Sunday morning. Let me add a bit more flavor into the morning. Suprabhatam, Vanakkam, Namaskaram to all. So I'm trying to cover, or I will try to cover each Indian time zone and each Indian language to make sure that everyone is awake in this meeting. A very good morning and welcome guest to welcome to our dear guest.
Sunday.
So welcome to the Vadodara Toastmaster Club meeting number 420, 403.
430.
430. Sorry. So before I start the meeting, I would like to establish one connection and I have one suggestion that we can follow. I have observed in past meetings that we are addressing each one as a TM Gitanjali, TM Sonam, TM Isha. Instead of that, if we can use the full word Toastmaster, like Toastmaster Isha, Toastmaster Abhishek, Toastmaster Vikrem, so it will give a full respect to that dedicated role. It will give to the judgment or to that person, and we can encourage that Toastmaster as well. So as I feel that, I will feel like a king if someone calls me as a Toastmaster. So I request everyone to use a full word named Toastmaster. So let us start the meeting with some ground rules. So we have some ground rules that we have mandatory to follow. Turn on the silent mode in your mobile. I will give the 10 seconds for that. Please avoid crosstalk and crosswalks so speaker can focus on the speech delivery part. Please avoid the talk about politics, sex and reason. Restrooms are located outside of the room. Whenever you are coming on the stage or whenever you are leaving the stage, please have a warm handshake with the host on the stage. I will launch the poll on the respective group, so we'll encourage to participate each poll so we can get the best result. Now I will hand over to the So in the Toastmaster we have our shared goals. So request everyone to raise your right hand and repeat after me. We provide a supportive and positive learning.
We provide a supportive and positive learning.
Experience in which members are empowered.
Experience in which members are empowered.
To develop communication and leadership skills.
To develop communication and leadership skills.
Resulting in greater self-confidence.
Resulting in greater self-confidence.
And personal growth.
And personal growth.
Now I will officially hand over the stage to our one and only Isha, Toastmaster Isha. So please welcome.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanket, for this introduction. Good morning, my dear fellow Toastmasters.
Good morning.
And dear guests. How many of you love reading stories? I also love reading stories. Not big books, but small stories. Today, I want to share a Zen story with you. This is a Zen story of a student who used to perform martial arts. After 8 years of training, hard work and dedication, he was now eligible for his black belt examination. So he did so much training, he did so much focused training, and he appeared for his black belt examination. And his sensei, grandmaster, asked him a question. The question goes like this: what is the true meaning of a black belt? So he answered that this is the reward of all my hard work, and this indicates that I am a true warrior. His grandmaster told him, "You are not ready right now. Come again next year." he prepared very dedicatedly. He did so much hard work and turned up again for next year. And the same question his sensei asked him, what is the true meaning of a black belt? So he answered, this is my highest achievement. This is my highest achievements, and this is the result of all my hard work. He said, you are still not ready. Come again next year. Now, he did some self-reflection and another 1 year of training. Again, he appeared for this black belt examination, and he asked the same question, what is the true meaning of black belt? So, the student answered, the black belt signifies not end, but the beginning of a new journey. And it represents that I have learned the basic fundamental, but now the true journey of learning, lifelong learning begins. And the sensei granted him black belt. My Toastmaster journey is same like this. My VP education role, I had achieved so many milestones, but I would not say that this is an end. I would say that now the role of president is a new beginning of learning, a new beginning of another journey of leadership. During vice president education, my communication skills was different, but now as a president, it will be a new beginning. Leadership skills will be different. And now, same goes with Vadodara Toastmasters Club. We have celebrated 412 meetings. We celebrated this journey, but 412 journey doesn't mean an end. It means a beginning, a very grand beginning. And we had achieved Diamond Club recognition. But this Diamond Club recognition is just a beginning of another new journey. So I just want to share one thing, that whatever we are learning, whatever we have achieved, I think we should take it as a new beginning. We should always learn something new. Now, let us learn something new from a book. We have a section called Book of the Week. For now, I would request Toastmaster Rupesh to come on the stage for book review.
We know Sachin Tendulkar because of Messi and Ronaldo. Mr. Modi ji. Good morning, all Toastmasters and dear fellow guests. Today, the book is the one thing. We know all these personalities because of one thing, not any other. The author of this book, Mr. Gary Keller and J. Papasan. Gary Keller was a real estate emperor in US, along with his company's vice president, J. Papasan. They written this book called One Thing. In this, they have multiple concepts, like firstly, domino effect. Example, if we want to achieve, if we are an entrepreneur, 1,000 crore turnover, if we are a book reader, if we want to read the 2,000 books, then first step is to read a first paragraph, which is a small effect. If we want to achieve 2,000 books reading, is called as a domino effect. This 2-inch having impact to get down the 2,000 books reading target. The next concept is multitasking. In our daily, if we are in a professional, in a personal life, we want to have a different list of activities, tasks. So we cannot do all the tasks at a time. If someone says, I am doing multitasking, that is a lie. Multitasking is a lie. if we have to complete all the activities, and if we are switching from one activity to other activities, we are distracting our work, we are distracting our mind. So author says, prepare a to-do list. Next is prepare a to-do list. In this to-do list, we have to list down all the activities. Then prepare one more column. I could do, or we should do, should do. If list down and segregate should do activity. Out of that should do one thing for that day which will give result of 80%. That is, now this list, to-do list is now no more to-do list. This is our success list. So my request is, please go through this book and identify what is our one thing. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Rupesh, for this insightful book review. Now we will have a quick guest introduction. All the guests, we have 30 you have 30 seconds to answer your question. First, say your name, what do you do, and how did you came to know about Toastmasters? Can we start with you?
My name is Agdal Vinod. I'm a student in MSU Social Faculty, and I got to know about this Toastmasters club from my dad. He wanted to go for a long time, so he invited me, so I'm here.
Good morning, I'm Vinod Jose. I've been following this group for a long time, many years in fact, and primarily because I wanted to get my son introduced here for the personal development. So today, luckily he agreed and we are here. I'm with Bank of Baroda. I'm also an air veteran, and yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Myself, Ravindra Singh Solanki. By profession, I'm in IT. I'm working as a lead system architect, and I learn about Toastmaster from my organization. Thank you.
I'm Sandeep Seva. I work in Lupin Pharmaceuticals in the Analytical Development Department, and I came to know about Toastmasters through social media. And it is a great organization which provides such a platform for leadership, for communication, for better communication skills. So I am really happy, and I would like to say all the best to all for future journeys as well as for learning. Thank you.
Now I would like to move towards our next section. I would like to introduce someone who is Toastmaster from 13 years. The pathological report suggests that his blood group is O positive, but his family and friends are convinced that he is Toastmasters positive also. And he loves to read books. So please welcome Toastmaster Vikrem.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, for today, our President, Toastmaster Isha. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to the 413th meeting. Every week I'm so excited to come to Toastmasters. Now every week or every day I'm so excited about books. Books plus Toastmasters is indeed a dangerous combination. That's why I kept the theme as Book-O-Pathy, like allopathy and homeopathy. For me, books are medicine. When I am down in energy, I read books. When I am happy, I read books. When I have a headache, I read books. When my leg is aching, I read books. I have not stopped. But then how did I start? I started with 5 minutes, 1 page. Can we not do that? If 5 minutes is not allotted for us, we are not in the Siachen Glacier saving the country. We are in a very safe city called Vadodara. So you can buy a book and read for just 5 minutes in a day. That's a good start. Now, this is just 10% of books at home. I'm going to speak about all these books. Not what is exactly written inside, but how did I feel about these books or the circumstances when I was reading this. Now, Toastmasters is divided into 3 sections: prepared speech, table topics, and general evaluation. We have 3 speakers today, and there will be evaluators as well. To help them, I will be introducing the tag team. Now, coming to this book, the sketchbook of wisdom. I got this delivered in Visakhapatnam guest house. My cook and the caretaker told, said someone came, asked me to take this book and left. I think it is for you only. There was no from address, there was no to address, just the envelope. I was so inquisitive, what book is this? But when I started, first I thought, should I open? Is it for me? Then I said, it's just a book. So what? I'm not going to take just that too. It's a wisdom, sketchbook of wisdom. Why not I start reading? So slowly I started reading. It had few proverbs and 1 story a page. Then another proverb, 1 story a page. Another proverb, 1 story a page. The more I read, the sadder I got. Why? Because am I reading a book which was not supposed to be delivered to me? Is it for someone else? That guilt was there. Really? Did this book come to me? Say for example, I will read 2 proverbs that stuck very badly in my mind. We have 2 lives, and the second begins when we realize we have only one. What a beautiful statement it is. Let me read it again. We have 2 lives, and the second begins when we realize we have only one. Then the next one, the wound, W-O-U-N-D. The wound is the place. The wound is the place where the light enters you. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Now, I was so tempted by this. I finally took a photo and updated in my WhatsApp status. Finally, Toastmaster Shanmuka, a member of Voltaire Toastmasters Club, replied, "Are you enjoying this book?" Here he is. His brother is a principal in a primary school. They bought 100 books for their library, and my Toastmaster friend had accompanied him. He found this book really good, and he thought, if I can gift it to one person who will eventually read all pages, is Vikrem. So they sent it through his office boy to my guest house. That's why it was not a courier, there was no from address, there was no to address, but I could finally decode just not what is written in this book, but who gave me this book. Since then, this has been a treasure in my library. Like this, I will keep on speaking about other books. Then the timer would say, no, you are not allowed. That's why I'm asking the timer now, Toastmaster Srijit on stage, please, to tell me what are you going to do today. Toastmaster Srijit on stage, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you, TMOD. Good morning, dear guests. Sorry. Good morning, dear Toastmasters and dear guests. Good morning. We have exactly 2 hours now. Let's assume that we are not in a Toastmaster meeting. We are sitting in a Toastmaster library with a lot of books here. Every speaker is an author. Every speech is a story, is a book. And all of us are readers who are waiting for a great bunch of stories here. There is something, every great book has one thing in common. It is not remembered by the number of pages it has. It is remembered for the story it keeps and also how well it ends. As a role of timer, I am your today's librarian, and I will ensure that no further stories, no further chapters are added once your story is over. Here are some publication rules. For the icebreaker speech, I will show green card at the end of 4 minutes, yellow card at the end of 5 minutes, the red card at the end of 6 minutes. For the previous speeches, I will show the green card at the end of 4 minutes, 5 minutes, yellow card at the end of 6 minutes, and a red card at the end of 7 minutes. For the table topics, I will show a green card at the end of 1 minute, yellow card at the end of 1.5 minutes, and a red card at the end of 2 minutes. For every speech evaluation, I will be showing a green card at the end of 2 minutes, a yellow card at the end of 2.5 minutes, and a red card at the end of 3 minutes. Additionally, I will be giving you all an extra 30 seconds of grace period time after I show the red card. So let's connect all the dots of the stories which we have today and make this chapter very beautiful. I will present my report whenever I am being called upon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Now this book is new, diary, and first page itself I wanted to write neatly, but the problem is, first I wrote the R counter as Bhavesh, struck it off and wrote it as Shubham, then struck it off. Finally it is our immediate past president Toastmaster Shruti. Toastmaster Shruti on stage for R counter.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good morning.
Joining Toastmaster, my observation skills improve. Now you have to observe what I speak now and point out the mistakes. Okay? I went to Mumbai last week. You know what? It was raining so badly. I packed all my bags, all my stuff, but it was wasted. You know, I wanted to enjoy, but once again, but yeah, I came here. Okay, now what did you observe one by one?
So many
So many buts, so many you knows. Why? Because I'm not prepared? No, I was prepared very well. Why? Because I can't take silence. Speaker who is standing here, sometimes who is prepared, cannot take the silence and is nervous, very nervous. Then unintentionally this filler words come in. These filler words are but, and also I have overused word like but, you know. So as a R counter, my role is to note down all the filler words or overused words in this meeting whenever a speaker comes on the stage, and I will present my report when the general evaluator comes up. One tip, breathe. Second tip, take the silence. It's okay. Like everyone has come here given the Sunday morning, so they will hear you. So breathe, take the silence, think, and then speak. I will present my report. Once again, cogent report, once called by general evaluator. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shruti. Done with timer, done with our counter. My last role will be helping to conduct this meeting is our grammarian. Toastmaster Mukesh is our grammarian today. On stage, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning, guests and fellow Toastmasters. I'll make it the other way. Since last week of resigning from my job, last year of resigning from my job, this summer I was in US for some of the research work. There I met American scientists. You know, they had this opinion that grammar doesn't matter if the person understands. Obviously, I beg to differ here, but I could not because I was the youngest scientist version of them. But let me demonstrate why grammar really matters. A sentence. I tell my wife everything. Simple sentence by a husband. who is very confident and brave, I guess. Let's change this. I told my wife everything. Now, this sentence seems to be from a husband who is regretful in any of his decision. Changing the tense again. I will tell my wife everything. This also comes from a husband who is brave and confident and alive for now. Did you see just the change? Same husband, probably the same wife, almost the same set of words, but the meaning, the first one confident, the last one you can say a farewell speech. So grammar is important, and I will be the grammarian for today. I will be making sure that words do make meaning and words are understood by everyone, and if not, I will be presenting my report, and good usages, bad usages, good usages with the names mentioned, bad usages just mentioned to you that this could have been better. Just as a beginning, let me tell you, we have two words. We have a word cogent, which means clear, logical and convincing. Cogent is the word of the day. Let's say the speakers spoke so cogently that everybody understood. So that is, it should be clear, logical and can be used multiple times. Well, this is an adverb, this is an adjective, you can use it as an adverb or as a noun. The second is phrase of the day, that is connect the dots. I wanted to say this, Toastmaster Vikrem at the end of this meeting will definitely connect all the dots, how he came across to these books. I'm sure of that. So use the word of the day and phrase of the day, and I will encourage everyone to give a thumbs up if that is used. And I will present my report, a detailed cogent report, which will connect all the dots while I am saying all this. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mukesh. We're now diving into the prepared speaker session. There are 3 speeches. Before that, I just tell you about this, that I'll be going to tell you the man's search for meaning. It's about the Holocaust. Then it's can he be strangers again? It's a fiction. Then comes the richest man in Babylon, the man who knew infinity, about Ramanujan. Classic book. The Tiger's Paws, Janardhan, it's about the LTT and how they were all affected. Then the Paradox of Choice. These are the books that I'm going to speak about. Now before that, we will introduce the first speaker. The first speaker is a new Toastmaster today. Toastmaster Sonam is going to give her icebreaker speech. And she's started with dynamic leadership. Her evaluator is Toastmaster Aman Raj. Toastmaster Aman Raj on stage, please.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Now, I must make a confession here. I don't know what happened or what I was thinking, because I was fully prepared to somehow take up the table topic evaluation role. And though Toastmaster Sonam had sent me the details well in advance, I just, when my name was called, I realized, oh my God, Aman Raj is there, but it is an evaluation. See, that is the beauty of Toastmasters. You do a misstep, but you recover and you rise. Just like my speaker, Toastmaster Sonam, in her icebreaker speech. So, her path is dynamic leadership from her, it is the icebreaker speech from level 1, and the title is Beyond the Surface. Pardon this misstep, and I will ensure that the evaluation is so detailed that I'm afraid the timer will have to stand up and show the red card. Right? So, please take this.
Nowadays, I am not preferring night journey in trains. I like to travel in the morning. It's okay if I apply 1 day extra leave. You know why? I get time to read books. Best time to read books is traveling, because your reels will not work so efficient. Especially when I go from Vadodara to Pune, that's where my in-laws are. You go through the card section, no range. Now this full book, I read it from Vadodara to Pune. It took 8 hours and it was a big page turner. You know why? It's one of the outstanding classics to emerge from the Holocaust. The author is a survivor from the Holocaust. He has seen the gas chamber but did not go to the gas chamber. The author says that the entire scenery was in black and white. He did not see a colored image for such a long time. The final colored image that he saw was the Red Cross ambulance that came to him after the World War I. He saw the color red after such a long time. In fact, he has seen people sleeping and there was a nightmarish dream for that sleeper, and they told, do not wake him up because the reality is worse than the dream. Now I was going to Pune to see my wife and daughter. It's been a month. I was so excited, but when I was reading this book, my heart ached. Such a feelings book this is. What all people have gone through. An excellent read. You can complete it in an 8-hour train journey. That's a good recommendation. Yes. Now on stage we have a young Toastmaster who's going to give her ice-breaking speech. After she delivers her speech, we all rise up and give a standing ovation. And you have to stand here after you give your speech to absorb the energy that they are going to give. Right? Toastmaster Sonam, beyond the surface, Toastmaster Sonam.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, TM Vikrem. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Have you ever felt that introducing yourself becomes an act of defending your surname? I certainly have. Yes, my name is Sonam Bhatt. Yes, it's Bhatt. It's twice. It's not Bhatt. It's not Brahm Bhatt. And I have lost count of the number of times where people have removed one Bhatt, being completely convinced that it's a mistake. But behind this repeated letters is a history which I'm really proud of, that dates back to the times of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. This is the title bestowed upon our family because our ancestors had performed the Rajyabhishek of Maharaja Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So that is where so whenever anyone asks me what's the reason of this, but I say yes, it's a long story. There is so much beyond the surface. So if you feel that's the only unusual part, there is more. Wait for more to come. I am a Marathi, born in Tanzania, East Africa, raised in Gujarat. Quite a combination, right? So my family happens to be settled. My family is from Baroda, settled for 4 generations, and my father happened to move to East Africa. That is where I arrived in Tanzania, East Africa. So again, when anyone asks me where are you from, I'm again left thinking, and I just smile. I say, because one answer can only give one layer, because there is so much beyond the surface. There are more layers to the story where, growing up, I have been an extremely timid or a shy girl, wherein, thinking of striking a conversation with strangers would give me jitters, and I would just run away if my mom would call, if there are relatives at home. But knowing that this is my area of improvement, I have consciously stepped outside my comfort zone and made a point that I improve on the same on my area of improvement, and with which, and now, and if someone would have told that younger girl that she would be in a profession centered around people and conversation, she would just walk away smiling. But yes, having spent 11 years now in the field of HR, I am convinced that there is so much beyond the surface, not just as a profession, but as a person that I have become. This profession of mine has given me an opportunity to interact with so many people, understand no two people are same, and helping people grow has been the most fulfilling part of the job. And with this tendency of continually growing and stepping outside my comfort zone, there is this. I have very recently I have gone through a weight loss journey also, which has become kind of a passion for me. Outside work, you will find me reading books, and fitness has found a place recently, because it was not just a weight loss journey, but it was something more than that, wherein I transformed as a person. I understood it is not just reducing those kilograms, but the journey, the consistency, and the effort that you make to ensure that you are on point. So that is about it, and it's about one small decision at a time, and that's where I am today, because when I have been knowing about Toastmasters since long. However, there was this one meeting where I joined as a guest when I had heard TM Vikrem say that Toastmasters is the best place to fail, and that is what stayed with me, because I realized this is the place that gives you so much space to fail, where you can learn every misword or misstep. It does not feel like it feels like an applaud, it feels like an encouragement more, and it's the most non-judgmental place that I have come across. So hence, this is what I would want to say, that hence I'm here today to share that yes, with Toastmasters journey, I look forward to be more and more better in my communication, not just a better speaker, but be a better version of myself, because there is always a story to be discovered. There is always more than just lies beyond the surface. Thank you.
Paradox of choice. This book deals with minimalist and maximist people. Minimalist, they go to the showroom, see 2 jeans, buy one and come back. The other person goes to the showroom, sees 10 jeans, they say, can you please hold it, and go to the next shop to see a better jeans. So that's what this book speaks about. Now what happened when I was reading this book? We went to the Inorbit Mall and I wanted to buy a Puma shoes, the one I'm wearing now. My wife told me it's a very small showroom, you will not have choice. I told, why choice? I need black Puma shoes, that's it. I went inside, I asked him, do you have black? He said, sir, I have black, one is 5,000, one is 11,000. Pack the 5,000. I came outside. That's when my wife told me, why do you waste time reading Paradox of Choice? What are you going to earn by reading this book? Because you're already a person of minimalist. Then I told, I don't read books to absorb and get the knowledge. I read books to have a conversation with everyone. That's the main reason I read books. Next on stage is a person who is in his level 3 of engaging humor. But when it comes to level, there is no 3, 4, 5. He has attained a different level. Toastmaster Hiren, H for humor, H for Hiren. my personal story, in Vadodara Toastmasters Club, the first speech I heard was Toastmaster hearing, and that was the best humor speech. It has stayed in me for more than 8 years now. Let's see what he does today. For that, I invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Kirit, on stage, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Toastmasters and wonderful guests.
Good morning.
Let me say one sentence that nobody does it like Vikrem does. So if you are aspiring to be Toastmaster of the day, please take note of what all speaks. And a warm welcome to Toastmaster Sudhi and Toastmaster Janardhan, who came after a long time. So now I'm going to give Toastmaster Hirendra speech, level 3. And sub project is engage audience with humor. You all know that he always engages. I will shortly mention the evaluation criteria. His purpose is to determine his style of humor and center it around a message. Understand his own sense of humor and use it in a well-organized speech. This is only two simple purposes. He is a master speaker, generates humor spontaneously, and humorous speech contest is coming soon, so all of you can take hint from him. His specialty is self-depreciating humor. Self-depreciating humor is a specialty. It does not hurt anyone. Sometimes it may hurt your wife. For new TMs and the guests, please observe how he engages all of you. All the best to Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Hiren on stage, please. Toastmaster Hiren, age is just a number. Age is just a number, Toastmaster Hiren.
When I got up, somebody was looking at the door, thinking that somebody entered the room because of that crackling sound of this door. Well, it was my knee. Recently, this left knee is creating some crackling sound. So I went to see the doctor, and doctor, first thing he asked me that what is your age? So I said that I'm 55, I'm pushing 60. So he told me that yeah, this is because of your age. You are getting old now. So I said, doctor, my right knee is also of the same age. Why it is not creating that issue? So, Mr. Toastmaster of the day, my fellow members and guests, we think that age is an indicator that person is getting old, but age is just a number. There are other indicators that you should look for. I want to advise everyone that you should look for 3 indicators before telling somebody old. So my advice is that that person will start giving advice to everyone. Second is that that person will start forgetting many things. And third thing I forgot. But unless these 3 things are there, you cannot tell somebody is old or not. So for example, old person cannot climb on the stairs. Every time I used to book this IRCTC this train ticket, every time they give me upper berth. I indicate that I need lower berth, but they always give me upper berth. And once in a while, maybe I am lucky, they give me lower berth. Somebody will definitely come to me, they will say that, can you please shift to the upper berth? Nowadays, I am getting so much annoyed. Every time I ask for lower berth, they are giving me lower berth. And nobody is even telling me that you please go on the upper berth. If I am sleeping at the lower berth, they say that let uncle sleep at the lower berth, I will go on the upper berth. So I am getting so much confused. Even like I was traveling through this Bangalore metro, and in the Bangalore metro I was just sitting, and one elderly person came. So out of politeness, I stood up to offer my seat. And I took a couple of steps. One elderly lady stood up and she gave me her seat. She told me that you please sit down. So I'm getting so confused that whether
I should wait for somebody to offer me a seat, or I should get up and offer somebody a seat. So I want to tell railways and all these people that guys, age is just a number. So what, it is a big number now, but it is still a number. Maybe hearing loss, that might be an indicator for a person who is getting old. And I suspect that for my wife. Lately she is not listening to what I am saying. But if I directly tell her, she is very sensitive, she will not accept. So I talked to the doctor. Doctor says that we need to ascertain the severity of this hearing loss. So you ask some question at a distance. If she doesn't answer, you go nearer and nearer. At which distance she reply, that distance is that you tell me and we will do the treatment. So that day in the evening I asked her, she was sitting in the room. So from far distance I asked that, darling, what have you prepared for dinner tonight? And I was scared she didn't reply to me. So I reached a little bit nearer to her, 6 feet nearer. And I said that, what have you prepared for dinner tonight? She didn't even reply. So I was so scared, so I went just right next to her and I said that, what have you prepared for dinner tonight, darling? She told me, this is third time I am telling you, you have to order from So I do not have hearing loss. About my wife, I will have to talk to the doctor, that I will tell later on. But I do not have hearing loss, so age is just a number. Maybe you can suspect me because of my eyesight is getting little low. I noticed that just yesterday. My shirt button was broken, so I had to do the sew that. So I was trying to insert the thread into the needle. And for 5 minutes, I kept on trying to insert the thread into the needle, and I was unable to insert. So maybe I thought that my eyesight is going down. After 5 minutes, my wife told me that, Hiran, you are holding this needle upside down. Maybe that is a reason, but then I recall one incident. I was riding the elevator. I was in my office on the 4th floor. I was coming down from the elevator. On 3rd floor elevator, and I usually push the basement button. I don't go to ground floor, but directly to the basement. Somebody entered on 3rd floor, and he was on the phone, and he just walked in, and he did not bother anything. Then when elevator reached to the basement, he came out and said, what happened? Where is the reception? Why all these cars are lying over here? So he did not even bother to find out whether he is getting out of ground floor or he is going out in the basement. When an adult person cannot see where he is going, you cannot blame me for my that poor eyesight. So age is just a number. Now if you want to buy a wine bottle, 25 years old wine is cheaper, but 55 years old wine is very expensive. Yes. Then would you call that wine old? No, you would call that it is a vintage, it is a premium wine. Same thing, what would you call a 55 years old person? I don't know what you will call, but all I want to say that age is just a number, and I will request now Toastmaster of the day to hand me to walk back to my seat.
Thank you. You said right? Yes. Thank you so much, Hiren. We have the third speaker. Toastmaster Shubham is the speaker. He's going to give his presentation, Master Level 2, Project 1. Before that, The Man Who Knew Infinity from Ramanujan. I had ordered this book in 2017 during my first phase of life in Vadodara. I did not find time to read it, or I did not find it exciting to read it. Now I kept it in a suitcase, packed it, gave it to my friend, and I went to Visakhapatnam. 3 years I was in Visakhapatnam officially, deputation. So I completely forgot about this book. After I came back, I took my bag back to my house. When I opened it, I found this book. This is a true test to all the readers, because look at the font. Such a small font, and how many pages? Close to 1,000 pages. Sorry, not 1,000. 570 pages. And it's a real page turner. You have so much information about Ramanujan. The one information that stuck me was, how many of you know that I miss dosa in Vadodara? Many people. A good dosa, I really miss in Vadodara. Even I was discussing with Srijit about the South Indian food. Ramanujan also missed South Indian food in London. In fact, when he was seriously ill, when he came back from Chennai and his wife cooked South Indian sambar and dosa, he said, if only I had this in London, maybe I would have lived a little longer. That's when the family came to know that he's going to die. He was suffering from a very serious illness that not many knew it. So food is very important in life. That's the lesson I learned it from this book. A very good read. It's got a lot of mathematical formulations. Don't bother about it. But still, a very good book to read. Truly inspiring. Next on stage is Toastmaster Shubham. Before that, I call Toastmaster Sanjay, his evaluator, on stage, please.
So good morning, Toastmaster and fellow Toastmaster.
Good morning.
Good morning. I am going to evaluate our third speaker, Toastmaster Amit. So, no. Toastmaster Bhavesh.
And the third one.
Our BPD blood pressure has already increased. And finally, at 10:30, I have come to know I am going to evaluate my third speaker, Toastmaster Shubham. I mean, it is very important that at very last moment, people are taking the speech. I have observed that within 10 minutes, he has given me the all details. So it shows that if you are not taking the speech, but you are preparing, then opportunity will come, and then after you can grasp it. I can see Toastmaster Shubham as our actor Pankaj Kapoor. He is the person who can stand, crack jokes, but sometimes you are able to observe impromptu, sometimes after some time. So he is a prominent speaker. We have opportunity to listen him carefully. Now, coming to Toastmaster Shubham, he is going to present his presentation Mastery Pathway, Level 2, Project 1. His speech title is The Journey. We have seen that Toastmaster Shubham is a good cricketer, good singer. Now, I am eager to know that what he is going to explore in his journey subtitle. So welcome Toastmaster Shubham as a third speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjay. You finally knew who your evaluator, your speaker is. Toastmaster Shubham on stage, please. Toastmaster Shubham, the journey, Toastmaster Shubham.
Yes. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good morning.
I had read a quote which said, if you want to walk fast, walk alone. So I took the quote to my heart and I started on a journey alone. I went to climb a hill. I was all alone. But during the climb, I found people who accompanied me in the journey. Some were playing songs, some were walking with their family. I went to each and another group and went on going ahead. All of a sudden, there was a path which was going astray, the path in which the crowd was going. So I thought, if you want to walk fast, walk alone. And if you want to go there, I have to go alone. So I took the different path where there were no other people coming. I climbed the hill all alone, there was no one there. I reached to the top. But when I turned around, there was no one. I had no one to celebrate my success with. Teaching to the top is one thing. Staying over there is also one thing. But then coming back down is a totally different thing. When I turned my sight to the way back, there were two different valleys, and I thought I would fall. I gathered all the courage and I started to come down, but then life struck. I fell and broke my leg. Within moments, my leg had swelled into an elephant size. With that pain and with that loneliness, I started to come down the hill all alone. I could not jump because the slope would lead me to fall. So I had sat down and had crawled with my leg in my hand and came all the way yet down. I was fortunate when I reached the place where there were more people now. I found someone with the they carry people in the hills. So I requested, I do not have money. Can you please still drop me to the ropeway? There I will anyhow manage money and give it back to you. So he was angel-like person. He helped me and he dropped me to the ropeway. There I gave the counter some money via online payment. He gave me cash, I gave to this person. I got down the ropeway, there I found a wheelchair, then I went to an auto. The auto person was good, he saw that I had broken my leg, so he took me to a doctor. The doctor gave me plasters and then I finally boarded a bus back to home. In the bus, in that narrow space which I had got with this broken leg, the bus was shaking and it was hitting my leg, I was getting all the pain. I remembered Vikrem sir's thought that through the wound the light enters us. And then I realized that the quote I had read half, there was another line. The quote read, if you want to walk fast, walk alone, but if you want to walk far, walk together. So I learned this very important lesson that I cannot be alone. I have to have a partner. I have to have a company which I can complete the journey. So then I got so inspired that I came back home and I got married. Hiren sir would agree to me. Before I met my wife, I was incomplete. But now I am finished. Previous to the marriage, the company I had, it was about climbing mountains. But now with her, it is about excavating me. Why are you like this? Why do you do this? Why do you go there? Why you wear such clothes? So it became difficult. But then I realized in this whole world wherein everyone is looking only after themselves, I have a person, a full-grown living being who takes time to observe me, who takes time to see what I do, who understands me, who cares for me, who loves me. So I love her companionship. I remember one day, I was very upset. I had broken down. I had a bad day, I had a bad week. I was lying down broken. She came to me. She picked me up and then said, go, bring groceries for us. These humorous moments add love to life. It makes the life worth living. Had she been not there, probably I would have lied there all sad and kept on thinking about the past and worrying about the future. But she gave me that wake-up call in a humorous manner and brought me back to life once again. So truly, whenever I think of her, I remember one quote, wherein it was asked, what is more important, the journey or the destination? So the reply came, the company is more important. The person with whom you are going on the journey of life. Thanks to my wife, that I got to learn this. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shubham. Can I ask the timer, Toastmaster Srijit, to give his report, please?
Congratulations all the speakers. I will tell the report for the timers today. Team Sonam took 5 minutes and 33 seconds. Team Hiren, you took 6 minutes and 37 seconds. And Team Shubham, you took 5 minutes and 38 seconds. I will say all three of the speakers are qualified. Thank you.
Sergeant Accounts will now release the awards. Next, can we be strangers again? This is what we all are going to tell Toastmaster Rashmi. Because that's the table topic master. When the table topic master comes, we say, I don't know her, you don't know me. Don't call me on stage. That's why we become can we be strangers again. Now I tell you this very few books that I hated to complete. It was a very cheap quality web series, I would say. I did not like it. It proved my patience to complete this book. But somehow I completed it. So my recommendation, do not read this book. Now on stage is Toastmaster Rashmi for table topic master, as a table topic master. So Rashmi, the stage is yours. As per the agenda, you can give speech, you can call people till 11:40-ish, 11:41, 11:42.
Good morning, Toastmaster and honored guest. Table topic is most exciting session of any Toastmaster meeting, where we transform our spontaneous thought into meaningful communication. Table topic challenge us to think on your feet and organize your thought quickly and deliver cogent response and with confidence. As Steve Jobs once said, you can't connect the dot looking forward. You can only connect the dot looking backward. Today, I invite each speaker to connect the dots between the question you receive and your own experience, imagination, and life lesson. For table topic timing will be 1 to 2 minutes for the speakers and for speaking and 30-second guest time for wrap up your speech. Let's begin our table topic session. So, first our first speaker, Vikrem, Toastmaster. If you could live inside any book for 1 week, which book would you choose and why? I repeat, if you could live inside any book for 1 week, which book would you choose and why?
Thank you, Topics Master. I was itching to come away from the seat because the AC was blowing so hard. I was shifting here and there, so I'm feeling comfortable here. Thank you for the topic. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and guests. If you want to live inside one book, which book would that be? Correct? I am not an avid and aggressive reader of books like Vikrem, but I do read a few books here and there. I have the habit of, I'm very greedy in many things, and in books, reading books also I am greedy. I buy a lot of books. I go there, I buy one. I go here, I buy one. I go to someone's house, I take the book. But my completion percentage is very bad. I read maybe 3 out of 10 books. But the point is, I have that intent. I'm sure one day it will become better. I've read books about Cholas. Right now I'm reading a book called Die with Zero. I have read a book called Apple in China. And many other books I read. But one book which I would live is my life. My life is a book for me because I read, I learn, and I unlearn. It's been a wonderful transformation from someone who was 20 years ago and to come to this stage and be in the position I am, I have learned numerous things in my life. I have gone through a lot of ups and downs. I am born in Chennai, I studied in Dehradun, I am working in Baroda, which has become my home. So one book which I would like to learn is My Life, which I learn every day, and something which I am really proud of. Thank you. Over to you.
Our next speaker, who will want to talk here? Anyone?
Yes.
Please guest. Engage. Guest. If rain could wash away one bad habit, which one would you choose?
So, thank you. If rain could wash away one of my negatives, what it would be? Yeah. Okay, so if this was the question, then I would look for ego. Ego is one thing which every one of us has, some in more, some in less. How you manage it, and how you keep it in control, how it comes out is for every person it's different. Yeah. In my case, I would see that ego plays a role in my personality, in the way I look at life. So if I could control it more, get it away from my personality in a way, lessen its effect, and yeah, so to say, because as I see it, ego is quite a negative trait to have, more if it is overpowering in a sense. So that is one thing which I would like to lessen if possible, and I'm working on it. Yeah. Thank you.
Rupesh.
Toastmaster Rupesh. Toastmaster Rupesh. Which book has changed the way you think about life? Toastmaster Rupesh. Which book has changed the way you think about life?
Good morning, all Toastmasters and their fellow guests. Reading habit I built in my school days when I was in 7th standard. During this time, I was reading all the fictional books. When around 7 years back, I read non-fiction book called the book by Robert Kiyosaki is Rich Dad and Poor Dad. So then this book had changed my life completely. First time I came to know what is liability and what is asset. During reading, the author has explained where we have to invest. If we say we bought a house and we are living in, and this house is not giving any income to us and is not appreciating, then this also will be a liability for us. The income source which gives us the income, then this will be an asset to us. Example, if we buy a shop and we give it rent, and if we sell it after 5 years or 10 years, and the cost of that shop is 2 times, 3 times, then this will be the asset. Same I have applied into my personal finances, and I have started in investing in SIP and the stock market. Thank you.
Sandeep.
Question for you. Did you judge a book by its cover? Share any experience. Did you judge a book by its cover? Share one experience.
I like books, but unfortunately I have not completed any book complete. So whenever I came to know this book looks good, I definitely purchased it, whatever its cost is. But unfortunately I read some prastavana, then some pages, and then this kind. So I have more than 25 books at my home, but I have not not read a single book complete. The another thing is that now the social media is here, so we can have summary of the books. So I will always then go to social media and find the summary. Then I decide whether I should continue or I should stop. So right now I am reading book Atomic Habits. Last Sunday I have read 30 pages, and then for a complete week I have not turned a single page further. So I would like to meet Vikrem sir for some guidance. And today I came here when I saw the topic is Book-O-Pathy, so I was interested, and definitely I had a plan to meet the sir for 2 to 3 minutes, 5 minutes for guidance, how to tackle this. Thank you.
You are evaluated. नहीं अभिषेक can take ना
On demand.
Anyway. Question for you. If books could talk, what would your favorite book say about you? If book could talk, what would your favorite book say about you? Toastmasters.
Yes, once again, good morning fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. If book could talk, what would it say about me? That's the topic, right? Yes. So there is a very different side of me which is not shown over here on stage. So if there was a book which would talk about me, I would definitely want that book to say that part. Whatever we see over here is mostly the surface, which we prepare, which we present, but deep inside us there is a very confused, very struggling, very persistent, trying to come out, trying to express a very different personality which sits behind us. If I had a book which would talk about this, that book would definitely tell this part. And it would help not only me to convey myself, but would also help many other people who probably are struggling that way to find path and connect the dots to see that okay, the person standing over here is also not perfect. He is also imperfect, and he is trying and he is determined to come over here and build that part which probably would not have got built if I had chosen to sit behind. So in that attempt to make the life more pungent and to bring that hidden part